Hey, 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 hey. Guys, it's your girl JC, and I'm here with episode 4 of Love Theory. Firstly, I need to apologize to you for the lack of visual. My video, for whatever reason, I've been having a difficulty with the production of the video. And so I just want to humbly apologize for the inconvenience. I know you guys aren't seeing my face, and hopefully I'll be able to bring forth better video productions in the near future once all goes well. I'm in the process of getting some resources, and so hopefully those things can come and I can sort myself out. But in the meanwhile, I felt like there was no need for me to withhold this awesome episode from you, especially because so it is love is never boastful or proud. Love is never boastful or proud. Right, before I go in, you know what? No, before I go in, I just want to share something. When I were younger, 5th, 6th grade, 1st grade, 2nd grade, 5th, 6th grade, 1st form, 2nd form, I were a proud, arrogant person. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is the girl. This young lady. Scratch the girl thought. This young lady is very arrogant, and it took 3rd, 4th, and 5th form in the Antigua Girls High School to humble me. Because that is when I actually encountered some crazy challenges, and that is when a lot of things got more serious. And even though I would have been going to church, reading my Bible and that stuff, certain things this is where the relationship part between God and I got real. And this is where He had allowed me to go through a lot of situations that had to humble me. And I am grateful for all of those experiences, because now I will say that I'm way more humble than back then, 5-6 years ago. And so I gotta say that I'm grateful, right? Alright, so let's get into it. Proud. It is a feeling, not a feeling, sorry. It is feeling a deep pleasure or satisfaction as a result of one's own achievements, qualities, or possessions, or those of someone with whom you are closely associated with. So it is feeling a deep pleasure or satisfaction as a result of one's own achievements, qualities, or possessions, or those of someone with whom you are closely associated with. So let me just give you the basic definition. Practically, when you feel satisfied and happy about something you've done, you've achieved, or something that you have, or it could mean that you are satisfied and happy for another person's success and achievements. Like, I'm proud of my brother for making ice cream. That's an example. Or I'm proud of myself for baking a cake. That's an example. And so that's an example of proud, right? And I'm just gonna go into the definition of arrogant, since I would have used that to describe my younger self. Having revealing an exaggerated sense of one's importance or abilities. Having or revealing an exaggerated sense of one's importance or abilities. In this case, I would say that I were exaggerating my abilities, because God knows He's blessed me with lots of talent, yes. But I were exaggerating on a different level. And I'm not gonna lie to you, everything was a competition. It was always I had to be better than. And then as I got to high school, I realized that it doesn't have to be a competition. What it needs to be is everybody working together to help everybody out. If you have a weakness and she has a strength, and that strength is your weakness, she can help you. And maybe your strength is her weakness, you can help her. And then that's when I started to understand the quality of teamwork the quality of helping each other and pulling each other up. That's when I realized, girl, bubble and cool, man, cha. That was what it was, because I were thinking that I were able to do so many things, and then as I were exposed to a lot of different people who had some awesome capabilities, it were like, wow. So this is where I started to realize that it wasn't about me. I think one of the things that caused me to be arrogant was the fact that, yes, people were praising me for what I were able to do, but then I started to get swell-headed from all the praises that I were getting, forgetting that, hey, God gave me this and God blessed me with that, and I'm able to do this because not just you alone, you had help from your parents, you had help from your friends, you had help from, and so I started to get swell-headed, and I felt like, oh, this is all me. And when you realize, when you come back down to earth and you get back to your roots and you realize, well, nothing you have is really truly because of you alone, because you have parents and you have other people who help your parents and other people who are looking out for you that you don't even know about. When you come to that realization, you realize, you know what? Yeah. When you come to the realization that God is in the midst of it all, you realize, wow. And the more you start to appreciate and acknowledge and to thank God for all He's doing, the more you're humbling yourself, the more you will stop being arrogant. And that is, well, the situations I've been through that has allowed me to look to God and see, wow, and to be more appreciative of what I have and what God has done for me. And that is how I have been able to humble myself, And I'm not gonna lie to you, your girl was swell-headed, but I thank God for humbling me, and I pray that He continues to humble me every single day, especially when I feel like I'm too much, I feel like all that. I mean, sometimes I feel like you're all that, man, but I'm not all that. And I'm just gonna define for you boastful. It says showing excessive pride and self-satisfaction in one's achievements, possession, or abilities. Practically the same as arrogance. Proud. It says showing excessive pride and self-satisfaction in one's achievements, possessions, or abilities. Let me say that over. Showing excessive pride and self-satisfaction in one's achievements, possessions, or abilities. So, one of the ways I would say it's best for you to combat that prideful attitude when you're tempted to be prideful or boastful, it is to realize that there's so many individuals in this world with so many talents, so many different gifts, and that we're all put on this earth and we're all working towards a goal of becoming a better individual, and we're all trying to better our gifts and what's not. One of the things to keep in mind is that everyone is special and unique. Everyone has their own gift. So even though you're gifted in this area, even though this is what you are good at, and it's not what the other person is good at, doesn't mean that the other person or anyone else is not good at something else. Everybody is good at something. And you shouldn't let anyone feel as though they are not good enough or they are not good at anything. You shouldn't let your abilities pull down people. What you should be doing is using your abilities and your gifts to bring up people, not to wave in front of your face. Also, let me just point out that a lot of us feel like people are being prideful, people are being boastful, when in fact they are really not. But because we ourselves are jealous, because of that, now we see them as being boastful. Because here we talk about possessions, achievements, and abilities, and back in episode 3 we talk about jealousy. No, episode three. We talk about jealousy and the fact that jealousy is when you yourself you feel angry or annoyed or frustrated at somebody else's same ability, possession, or achievements. So there's a difference between somebody being boastful and there's a difference between you being jealous. So before you assume or before you say to yourself, oh, this person is being boastful, you need to look within yourself to make sure that you are not the one being jealous. Because when you're jealous, somebody is probably just singing their heart out and you're like, oh, she has a wonderful voice. She has a wonderful voice. When you start to say, oh, I like she know, she feels she odd that she feels she can't sing. Well, she off in a thing. She always want to sing. Every chance she gets, she want to sing. And blah, blah, blah. Because you may not be able to sing like her. And you're jealous because she can sing. And it's something that she has that you may have yearned for. Or it's something that she has that you feel like she's in an advantage of you. And so you start to say that she's boastful and she's prideful, when whereas you're the person that's jealous. So before we can call anybody boastful, before we can think about a person being boastful or prideful, we need to search within ourselves and ensure that we are not jealous of anyone else's possessions or achievements, okay? And also for those of us who are showcasing our talent or using our talent to do other things to encourage people, like what I do with this wonderful music page is I'm trying my utmost best to reach a lot of young people through music, because I love music. It is something I love and I have a passion for, and I love to sing, and I thank God for the gift of singing. What I plan to do is write songs, do covers and music to encourage young people. So I'm not saying I'm not going to do the best when it comes to doing my covers, because for God, I'm not giving out anything less than my best, which is why I humbly apologize for the lack of video, but I really do hope that I can get that out, because I want to give God my best, and this channel is not for me and for my personal gain. This is for God, and this is where it goes back to day 4, and I'm gonna chat plenty. This is where it goes back to day 4, where I talk about me being prideful and arrogant. I have to remind myself that this is not about me. This is about God, and that's how I stay humble. That is how I reduce my arrogance and my boastfulness. And so I'm encouraging you guys, whatever it takes for you to remind yourself that it's for whatever it takes for you to humble yourself, whatever you have to tell yourself to humble yourself, you do it. Make sure that you are not jealous of anyone, and ensure that you are not being boastful. Nothing is wrong with being proud of what you've accomplished. We've all worked hard, and you work hard for it, so nothing wrong. Enjoy, celebrate. But the whole world not have to know. Just saying, the whole world don't gotta know. I don't think the world needs to know every single thing you've achieved. I don't think the world needs to know about every single car that you have, the 5 limousines and the what do you call it, the Mustang and the car. I really don't know cars. And the 10 piece of land and the 5 acres of land and the big 5-star hotel. That's all awesome. That's awesome, and I commend you for that. But you don't have to be telling us every day about your goodie. About your Audi, yeah, and your Mustang and the 5 million cars you have, yeah. And we don't need to know how much money you have in your bank account either. Just saying, we don't need to know. That's your personal business. So I don't feel like you're some people are too public. One, they're too public. They're sharing everything that happens in their lives. You don't have to be so public. You know what I mean? You don't have to. But if you decide to be public, I commend you. I'm glad you have your 5 cars, your 10 acres of land, your hotel. I'm happy for you. You worked hard. Big up yourself. You know what I mean? Big up yourself. Let us draw a line between being proud and confident in yourself and being boastful and proud in the negative way. So let us try that. Let us try that. So guys, I encourage you to not, or should I say to never be boastful or proud. And I encourage myself to never be boastful or proud. You guys have an awesome day. I will see you, or you will hear me, depending on the technical situation. You will either see me or hear me, depends. Tomorrow, let me scratch that, let me start over. Tomorrow, next episode tomorrow. It's only one day away. And I also want to apologize for the late posting of this episode. The technical difficulty is just wow. But you see, I believe that some of us really need to hear this. So I am determined that nothing is going to stop me from producing these episodes, and that hopefully I will get what I need to get so that I can bring forth better production to you guys. Guys, covers will be coming out of some wonderful songs to remind you of the attributes of love. Comparison Kills is an awesome song, and I encourage you to listen to it, because that song, that is also one of the songs that has humbled me. So guys, I encourage you to listen to that song by Jonathan McReynolds. You guys have an awesome day.